Welcome to History Decode, where the past comes alive. Every week we uncover fascinating stories, forgotten events, and the hidden truths that shaped our world. If you love exploring history in a whole new way, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story.
The origins of tobacco, a lush tobacco field in the Caribbean, late 1400s. The journey of the cigarette begins in the distant past, when the indigenous people of the Americas first discovered the tobacco plant. They would cultivate the leaves and use them in ceremonial smoking pipes, as well as for medicinal purposes. To them, tobacco was sacred. In 1492, when Christopher Columbus arrived in the Americas, he encountered tobacco use among the native tribes. The idea of inhaling the smoke would soon capture the curiosity of Europe. Introduction to Europe. By the early 1600s, tobacco was introduced to Europe. It became a luxury enjoyed by the elite. Smoking pipes became fashionable in courts across the continent. However, it was still not the form we know today. The cigarette was yet to be born. Tobacco was primarily smoked in pipes or rolled in leaves. It wasn't long before creative minds sought new ways to enjoy tobacco. The birth of the cigarette. In the early 19th century, cigarette smoking started to gain traction in Spain. The practice of rolling tobacco in paper became popular. These early cigarettes were hand-rolled and often very basic. These cigarettes were initially seen as a convenient but modest alternative to the pipe, but their popularity would grow rapidly. Mass production and commercialization. The Industrial Revolution brought about a new era for the cigarette. In 1881, James A. Bonsack revolutionized cigarette production by inventing a machine that could roll and pack cigarettes at mass scale. This made cigarettes more affordable and accessible than ever before. The production of cigarettes skyrocketed. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, cigarette smoking had become a symbol of sophistication and rebellion. Tobacco companies like Marlboro, Camel, and Lucky Strike emerged and built their empires. The rise of advertising and popular culture. In the 1920s, cigarettes became even more entrenched in pop culture. Hollywood icons like Humphrey Bogart and Joan Crawford popularized cigarette smoking in films, associating it with style and elegance. At the same time, cigarette advertising flourished. Companies used sleek, appealing ads to associate their products with wealth, freedom, and romance, making smoking a trendy pastime. Health concerns and regulation. As the 20th century progressed, health concerns about smoking began to surface. In the 1950s, studies started to link smoking to lung cancer, heart disease, and other ailments. The first reports were met with resistance as the tobacco industry fought back against these findings. By the 1960s, however, the evidence was undeniable. Governments around the world began to impose regulations on cigarette advertisements and introduce warnings about the health risks of smoking. The decline of cigarette popularity. In the 21st century, cigarette smoking has declined significantly due to widespread awareness of the health risks, higher taxes, and stricter regulations on advertising. Many countries have introduced smoking bans in public spaces. Though cigarettes are no longer the symbol of glamour they once were, their place in history remains significant. The legacy of tobacco is deeply intertwined with the evolution of modern society. The new alternatives. Today, with the rise of vaping and e-cigarettes, the tobacco industry continues to evolve. While cigarettes are no longer the dominant form of nicotine consumption, the cycle of innovation around smoking habits shows that this story is far from over. As we move forward, the legacy of the cigarette remains part of our shared history, a reminder of both the allure and the dangers of this enduring habit.